Hello there. My name is Alan. There's a bee flying in front of the camera. He will be gone shortly. You may know me as Shreds or the fitness philosopher. I'm the man behind the meme, okay? I want to talk with you today about the difference between an easy life and a meaningful life. I think it's also the same as the difference between a boy and a man. I think you could be 50, 60 years old and still be a boy. However, you could be 16, 17, 18 years old and be a man. It comes down to adopting responsibility, having a clear vision for the future, and staying true to your principles. Now, today's society has normalized weak men, emotional men, men that lack responsibility, men that lack skills necessary to be self-sufficient. I think this is a horrible step in the wrong direction. I think men should be competent. I think they should be strong. I think they should be stoic. For a boy to become a man, he has to become responsible not only for himself, but for other people. He needs to develop the skills necessary to sustain not just himself, but other people. See, a truly masculine man is not dominating other people and manipulating them to get what he wants. He is empowering them to express their God-given potential to the greatest of their capacity. And I think that masculinity has been demonized by the media because the governments don't want strong masculine men who are self-sufficient. Because if you have your own animals, if you have your own farm, if you have a good trade, you're not reliant on anyone. You can make a good living and make decisions for yourself. And that is the opposite of what big governments, big corporations desire, because then the power shifts. And here's where we come to the difference between an easy life and a meaningful life. An easy life, you go get your groceries from the grocery store. You get your water from the faucet. A meaningful life, you dig a well on a spring. You have fresh water. You have a garden that you tend to on a daily basis. You have animals that you tend to on a daily basis. And there is a reciprocal relationship between the two. You contribute love, compassion, and care, and they help sustain your life on this earth. When you take that away and there's no connection with the food that you eat and the water that you drink, there's no soul. It's crushing to the soul, and it saps you of that essence, that life force within you, that connection with nature and with God. And if you were to spend more time out in nature, you'll become closer to God and closer to your purpose, because as people, we are meant to coexist with nature. There's supposed to be a balance. Industrial farming, big water treatment facilities where they're putting fluoride in the water, these things are detrimental to your health because there's a disconnect. And that disconnect leads to a dystopia wherein you don't need to be a strong man. You don't need the skill set to provide and protect for your family. All you need to do is earn money. And then that money is your God. And that money is what allows you to continue living rather than your hands and your head. And I think that's a tragic step in the wrong direction. I think young men need responsibility. They need to challenge themselves to get out of their comfort zone, to develop that confidence through developing competence. And the only way that you can do that is to do things that are uncomfortable. There is no shortcut. If you want to be a man, you have to adopt responsibility for the quality of your life, and you have to make change for the better on a consistent basis. It's not a sexy thing to sell. It's not something that Hollywood movies want to portray or TV shows want to portray, because it's not profitable. These are some of the things that have been on my mind recently. Thank you for listening. I hope that this has been insightful and informative. I'll see you next time.